1 for 9, it's a 3-3, 1 for 9. If heaven were a cake, I live on a slice. The people living here call it paradise. I travel the world by boat, plane, and train, but nothing can compare to keep this game. We got location, 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 yeah. We got location, 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 yeah. That's why the fellas are cool and the ladies are fine. The zone to be in is 33149. 3-3, 1 for 9, it's a 3-3, 1 for 9. Welcome to the 33149. This is Pop 2, doing my due diligence with insistence, without impatience towards your resistance and reluctance to change the deranged and strange conduct of insolence. Snobs, you suffer from retardation of blatant and brazen. It's the Satan side of Friday the 13th Jason. Far right of the norm, and wrong in form, and as endearing as an ice storm or mosquito swarm. Is your supercilious, pretentious, meaner than an old wiener demeanor that needs to be subjected to an attitudinal vacuum cleaner. Entitled indulgence, which I prefer to call that sin of a has-been, kind of like bad skin on that thin line of innocence that separates one's arrogance from one's ignorance. Now I realize that my speech can sound like a screech that perhaps won't reach those I hope to beseech, and close the distance of gaping indifference. So soften your resilience and listen with vigilance as I call for a truce between Zeus and the obtuse. Cause part 3 is about to begin. Nope, I won't be singing, and Pow Pow's not dancing. Sewed Up will be rapping Jacuzzi's time feature of how to select the cruise more perfect. With tips to direct you fast, quick, and past all the outcasts with methods not too confusing and that you ought to be using. So let's finish part 3 of the Snobs Guide to Cruising. Snobs Guide to Cruising. Alright, we're underway. We're underway. Are we underway? I think we're underway. We're underway. Okay, so here are tips for success. First, book at least a week-long cruise. Select a new ship. The newer the better. If possible, go on a maiden voyage or the inaugural voyage of a cruise. Why? Well, because the cruise liners have gotten smarter over the years, and usually they have the best staff, top to bottom, breaking in the new ship. Then they slowly, over the next few weeks, transition the more permanent staff. They usually have many extras not offered on normal cruises. But if you can't get on the first sailing, try to get on within the first few years. When selecting your room, think balcony, balcony, balcony. Don't go without a balcony, without a balcony, without a balcony. The pros and cons of being near the elevator or the center of the ship. Pros: quicker access to where you want to go. However, the cons are more possible noise. Late-nighters laughing and near and around a high-traffic area. Also, if you don't know the ship, you may discover that you're directly above the water break. With a ship in the seawater, splash and make a great deal of noise. So forward or aft is a safer bet. If you want to avoid monsters, select specialty restaurants. Yes, they're a little more expensive, from $5 to $35 extra per person. However, in every case, it's well worth it. For example, last year we went on the Oasis, and we had one of the best dining experiences ever. The winner of the world's greatest chef contest not only created the menu, but was aboard the ship and cooked our dinner. That's right, for $35, it was a gift. And for the monsters, it's way too much money to pay for food when you can get it for free in the dining room. Little do they know that food's crap compared to what you get in the specialty restaurant. Second tip to avoid monsters. If you must eat in the grand dining room area, take the second seating. The later you eat, the better. The monster will be trying to get as many freebies as they possibly can, which usually begins early in the mornings on the pool deck. So they tend to go to the early shows and the early dinners so they can participate in as many freebies, as much poolside fun as they possibly can. Third, avoid the pool deck! Avoid the pool deck! If you want to experience pools aboard the ship, wait for a day in port. The monsters can't wait to get off the ship. If you wait a few hours, the lines will be gone, and you'll have free run of the ship. Then when they begin to return for their free lunch aboard the ship, you can exit the ship and find a nice local restaurant to enjoy your lunch. Your lunch! Your lunch! Go back aboard the ship later rather than earlier. But don't wait too long. Don't wait to be last. That can be risky.
Out of my way!
Seasick? Seasick? Not likely on the larger ships. They're so well designed, you'll forget that you're at sea. In case you do get sick, there's a nurse's station somewhere on the ship and you'll get your little patch to stick on your neck. So, how small should you go? How small should you go? Nothing under 900 feet. Pretty simple. 900 feet. Anything built in the last, say, 5 years. Good to go. Anything after 2000, in fact, is probably good to go. For the ships with the most things to do and the most options, your choices are basically 3. Carnival Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, or Norwegian Cruise Lines. Now there are some fantastic other ships, Costa, Holland, Princess, Crystal, to just name a few. There are many, many, many cruise lines out there. But our favorites are the 3 that we mentioned. However, we don't really consider ourselves carnival cruisers. Pow Pow and I prefer the Voyager class, the Freedom class, and the new Oasis and Allure class. The big ass ship, that big boy ship, Oasis. That big boy ship, you know what? Big boy. The big boy ship, Oasis and Allure. Gigantic. It's basically like 5 cruise ships in one. And when you get on the ship, you gotta do it. You will see for yourself. It's like 5 ships in one. So Voyager class, Freedom class, or the Oasis or Allure is the way to go with Royal Caribbean. In a couple of weeks, you're going to get a review from the Epic. Pow Pow and I are about to take the Epic, the newest NCL cruise, which features Blue Man Group. Cirque du Soleil dining. We'll be forming a show right above our heads, so I can just see myself stabbing myself in the neck with my knife. And for more cruise tips and ideas, check out future episodes of A Snob's Guide to Cruising.
Next time on the 33149, it's our Paradise Challenge featuring Stiltsville.
All the way through!